Good evening, everyone. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States of America. And welcome to Talking with Tom on YouTube with your host, yours truly, Tom Coss. And we're waiting for our first check-in, and it's Dave from Florida. Dave says, good evening, Tom. Good evening, everyone. And good evening to you also, Dave. Crazy Dave in Florida, where the temperature is in the 80s and it's sunny. And I wish that was the same here in southern New England. Oh, look who's here. The Carlin twins. Oh, nice to have you join us, Steve Carlin and Ethan Carlin from the Agawam, Massachusetts area. Thank you very much for checking in. I think Carol from the Philippines is going to be checking in too. And Dave from Florida says, hello, Steve. Hello, Ethan. Nice to have you with us, Steve Carlin and Ethan Carlin. And Steve and Ethan says, hello, everyone. Thank you very much for checking in tonight. Nice to have you. Carol from the Philippines did say she would be checking in. So we're just waiting for her to check in now. Anyways, it is Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. And you know what that means? March 25th, 9 months till Christmas. 9 months till Christmas, friends. It's March 25th. Figure it out. Get your Christmas cards written out. Go do your Christmas shopping. Get it over and done with. Get there early. Yep, Dave says start saving now. And Carol is here from the Philippines. Good evening to all of your fans of your show. I wish I could have many more people going on to the show. Yeah, well, thank you, Carol. Dave was trying to drum up some support, but I'm not sure how good he made out with that. But thank you very much, Dave, Crazy Dave in Florida, for trying to drum up some support for the show. Always good to have more viewers on the program. Crazy Dave says hello to Carol in the Philippines. And Steve and Ethan Carlin are on here also. Carol says hello, Dave. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much for that message, Carol. That's very nice of you for sure. Oh, Steve and Ethan Carlin say it's too bad that you don't hear from Rock and Ron. Rock and Ron Sedaly on Fun Tower Radio. He's kind of busy. He's a very busy guy. He runs that radio station all by himself. And eventually you'll probably hear from him with your friend's request. Just like Steve and Ethan Carlin did, I did. You'll hear from him eventually, Dave. funtowerradio.com. The hottest hits on the internet. funtowerradio.com, funtowerradio.com. Check out Rock and Ron Sedaly. Check out Michelle Russo with love letters, just like Dave from Florida did. And he sent a request also, I believe. Didn't you, Dave? I'm not sure for which show. Oh, our friend Rose is here. Hello, Rose. Wow, we got a nice group of people joining us this evening. Rose from the New London, Connecticut area. Nice to have you aboard, Rose. I hope you're in good health. And it's good to see you on the program here tonight. And Dave says he sent a Facebook friends request to Rock and Ron Sedaly. Yeah, well, it might take some time. I got friends requests coming in. They're coming in slowly but surely. They're coming in, but very, very slow. Dave says hello to Rose. And Rose says, thank you very much. I hope all is well with you. So far, so good, Rose. And Steve and Ethan say, hello, Rose, from Agawam, Massachusetts. Rose is in the New London, Connecticut area, down in the southeast corner of the state of Connecticut, almost near Rhode Island, right near the Rhode Island border. So we got a nice group of people joining us here this evening. I'm glad you could all take some time out to stop by and say hello. And as the show progresses along, you can keep typing in on live chat. Oh, Rose says she was in New Britain last week for some delicious Polish food. Roly-poly? I think that's where you went. I thought I saw it on your page, Rose. Did you go to Roly-poly? Yes. Oh, man. You know something, Rose? I spent 3 hours one time in Roly-poly. I love that place. Carol says hello to Steve and Ethan. Have a nice evening, guys. Stephen Schwartz is here from Pennsylvania. Wow. Boy, we really got a lot of check-ins here tonight. Hello, Stephen Schwartz from Pennsylvania. Nice to have you aboard. I'm glad you could make it, Stephen. And Rose says hello to Carol in the Philippines. Yeah, roly-poly. I had some hot food from the deli. I had some coffee. I had ice cream. Oh, boy, I'm telling you, I spent 3 hours one Saturday afternoon. Carol from the Philippines says, hello, my friend Rose. Yeah, that roly-poly is definitely a good place to check out if you're ever in the New Britain area. Rose said, did I sit upstairs? No, I sat downstairs where they serve the coffee. And Stephen Ethan says, how many hours did we eat at the Chinese buffet? Yeah, Imperial Buffet. All you can eat. And they got all kinds of food there, not just Chinese food. They got Chinese and American. And you can go up as many times as you want. We're going to have to check that out, Steve and Ethan Carlin, when the weather gets a little nicer. It's still kind of chilly here in Connecticut, central Connecticut. Rose said, where is that? Are you talking about Imperial Buffet? It's on the Berlin Turnpike in Berlin, Connecticut, in a plaza. Berlin Turnpike, Berlin, Connecticut. Delicious, delicious Chinese and American food. All you can eat, everything from soup to dessert. And Ethan and Steve says, I think we stayed all afternoon. I don't think they allow that anymore. There's a list of rules on the front door when you walk in. And I don't think they allow you to stay all afternoon anymore. You can stay like a couple of hours, and that's maximum. Only fair to them because, for the price they charge, it's very reasonable. And the food is delicious. Best tasting food around. You can ask Steve and Ethan Carlin. They'll tell you. Imperial Buffet is the name of it, Rose, on the Berlin Turnpike. If you go in the evening, the price is a little bit more, but you get more to eat. In the evening, you pay more money, but all the steaks you can eat, you go up and tell them what kind of steak you want and tell them how you want it cooked, rare, medium, well done. In about 3 minutes, your steak is ready, and you can get as many as you want. Clams on a half shell, as many as you want. Just go up and ask, tell them you want a dozen clams on a half shell, and they'll do them for you. Steve and Ethan said it was so delicious. Yes, it was. Oh, crab legs, yes. They do have crab legs, and they have regular crab meat also. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Yes, Dave. Too bad you're so far away in Florida. You could come on down to the Berlin Turnpike and join us at the Imperial Buffet, but geez, you're so far away, Dave. It's too bad. Yeah, Dave must like crab legs because he asked if they had that there. Yes, they do. And Dave says, I wish I could come up and join you guys. We'd love to have you, Crazy Dave. Yes, we would. That's for sure. Anyways, they got the regular Chinese menu, chow mein, roast pork lo mein. Oh, Rose must have looked it up on the computer. She said those combo plates look very reasonable in price. Yeah, the only thing with the combo plate, I don't think it's all you can eat. If you go to the buffet there, it's all you can eat, Rose. And Steve Carlin says, is that the place where we had mint ice cream? I believe it is. They have mint chocolate chip ice cream for dessert. Oh, Dave says we have all-you-can-eat places down here, too, in Florida. Oh, well, that's good. So you could check one of those places out, Dave, for sure. All-you-can-eat places down in Florida, just like we have here in Connecticut. That's good, Dave. Oh, Dave says he does check them out. Yeah. That's a good thing. I'd love to go down there and check them out with you. But we're seeing we're so far apart from each other. But anyways, If you're in the area, Rose, check out Imperial Buffet. I believe it's in Berlin, Connecticut, on the Berlin Turnpike. I believe that's where it is. I believe that's still Berlin there. Berlin Turnpike goes through Meriden. It goes through Berlin. It goes through Newington, Wethersfield, right up into Hartford. Rose says all of the buffets in my area are gone. I'd like to try them. Yeah, what happened? There was a lot of buffets around. I don't know what happened to them. The same thing here in this area of Connecticut, Rose. There used to be a lot of buffets, but the same as in New London, they're all gone now. They're all gone up here, but she said they even closed long before COVID, so it wasn't COVID that shut them down. That's for sure, Rose. Same thing up here in this area of the state, central Connecticut. I don't think COVID had anything to do with it, but they shut down. There was one in Hamden I used to go to, in the Hamden Plaza. Hamden, just outside of New Haven, Hamden, Connecticut. And that one shut down. I went there one day to go to have the buffet, and it was gone. Oh, Dave said when he was here in Connecticut, he used to go to Lobster Man on the Berlin Turnpike in Newington. I don't know if that's still there. That doesn't sound familiar. Lobster Man? Or there was one on the Berlin Turnpike. It might have been called the Blue Lobster. Oh, when he was a kid. That's quite a while ago, I guess. Steve Carlin and Ethan Carlin said he remembers Red Lobster. Yeah, Red Lobster was a good place. That was a good place to go to for sure. And it seemed like a few of those closed also. If I'm not mistaken, Steve and Ethan Carlin, the Red Lobster. There used to be a lot of those Red Lobster restaurants around, and now it seems like it's hard to find one. Dave said, I have a Red Lobster 2 blocks away from my house. Wow, aren't you lucky, Dave? So Red Lobster is still alive and well in the Florida area. 2 blocks away. You could walk there. That's how close it is. Wow, that's great, Dave. Dave says he doesn't eat there. Okay. But you'd love the Imperial Buffet on the Berlin Turnpike because you can get, I don't know if they have lobster, but they definitely have the crab legs. That's for sure. And they have just regular crab meat also. And I've had it there, and it is delicious. Very, 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 very good. I highly recommend it. Rose said, Dave, my son lives in Citrus Springs, Florida. Is that anywhere near you, Dave? Citrus Springs, Florida. I'm not too sure where that is and what part of Florida. Florida is kind of a big state. Dave says, Boston Lobster Fest, Orlando, all you can eat. And they have everything there. Wow. The Boston Lobster Fest in Orlando. That sounds like a good one, Dave. Steve and Ethan Carlin, Imperial Buffet is where they had the fish pond where you walk in. There's a pond right inside the restaurant and there's fish in it. And Dave says Orlando, or 52 miles from his house. Is that Citrus Springs or Orlando, Dave? What's 52 miles from your house, Dave? Citrus Springs, Florida, or Orlando, Florida? Just wondering. Stephen Schwartz from Pennsylvania says he has one Red Lobster in his area where he lives in Pennsylvania. Well, that sounds good, Stephen. We used to have a lot of them here in Connecticut, but a lot of them closed down also. I don't know why. Just like the buffets, they all went out of business. Dave says Citrus Springs is 52 miles from his house. Okay, Rose, did you get that? Citrus Springs, Florida is 52 miles from where Dave lives in Florida. And Rose says, yes, thank you very much, Dave, for the information on Citrus Springs, Florida, 52 miles from your house. Dave says from Spring Hill, Florida, 52 miles from Spring Hill, Florida to Citrus Springs. Okay, that sounds good. I never been to Florida. Maybe someday I'll get to go there. Never been to Florida, Crazy Dave and the rest of the group. Rose. Is Carol from the Philippines still here? I don't see her chatting on live chat. Carol from the Philippines. She did check in. I hope she's still with us. And one more time, I want to mention my good friend on Fun Tower Radio, Rock and Ron Sedaley, the greatest hits. funtowerradio.com. funtowerradio.com. Fun Tower Radio, all one word. .com. On the internet. Check out Rock and Ron Sedaley. He does a show on Wednesday night. He does Friday night oldies show. He does All Requests Saturday night. And check out Michelle Russo. She does a couple of shows. Oh, Dave says, my door is open to you, my friend. So if you want to go down there, you can stop by and say hello to Dave. And Rose says she was in Miami Beach, Florida years ago. Okay. Well, my big town is New York, New York. I usually take the train out of New Haven, the Metro North. I drive my car down to New Haven, park in the parking lot, and I take from the New Haven train station the Metro North train into New York City. And that takes you to 42nd Street, Grand Central Station. So that's usually what I do, New York City. But Florida sounds like a real good place to go to also. Dave said he was born in New Britain and grew up in Meriden. And I, Tom, was born in Meriden and now lives in New Britain. Just the opposite. Yeah. Isn't that something, Dave? How can you figure that one out? Wow. Born in New Britain, but grew up in Meriden. Tom was born in Meriden and now lives in New Britain. Well, I found a nice apartment here in New Britain, so I jumped on it and took it, and things seem to be working out good so far, Dave in Florida, and everyone else here on the program tonight. I don't think Carol's with us anymore. She isn't typing anything in, and I mentioned her name. And Dave says, I'm glad for you, Tom, that you found a nice apartment and have a good place to live at in New Britain. It's not a bad town. It's pretty good. Not as warm as it is down in Florida where you are, Dave. Sunny and in the 80s where Dave is in Florida. We're still getting some cold, chilly weather here. It's cold and damp. We're getting some rain and it's kind of damp too, damp and cold. Even though spring is here, it's just starting. So we're still waiting for some warmer weather. Dave says it's 82 degrees right now where he is in Florida. Wow. Rose says, New Britain is a nice town, Tom. I'm glad you found a good place to live at. Not too far from Małopolska, Little Poland. I'm right down the street from Little Poland, about a quarter of a mile away from Broad Street in New Britain. Little Poland, Małopolska. And Roly-Poly is where they have that big giant sign that says, Welcome to Little Poland. Rose said she can't wait for the warmer temperatures to start. Yeah, you're not the only one, Rose. I'm waiting too. Stefan says from Pennsylvania, oh, they had a hibachi grill and supreme buffet in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and not just Chinese and American food. Oh, wow, that sounds pretty good. Steve and Ethan Carlin says it's 45 degrees here in Agawam, Massachusetts. I think that's about the same here in New Britain, Connecticut. It's not much different. Maybe just a tad bit different, but other than that, it's around there. It's around there. 45 degrees sounds about right. And like I said, it's kind of damp and chilly. It's not quite warm yet. Rose said she's got 40 degrees right now in New London. Oh, okay. A little bit cooler in New London, maybe because you're by the water. You're getting the cool, chill breeze off of the water near New London. She's right by the ocean. And Rose says yes. Stefan says it's 47 in Pennsylvania. Wow. Well, you're a little bit farther west than we are, Stefan. 47 degrees in Pennsylvania. That sounds good. I was going to have a cup of coffee, but guess what? I forgot my coffee. I forgot my coffee mug and my coffee. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee when I get off the show here tonight. But I want to thank everyone for checking in. Steve and Ethan Carlin, Rose from New London, Stefan from Pennsylvania, Dave from Florida, Carol from the Philippines, who checked in for a short time there. I think it's morning right now in the Philippines. She probably went to eat breakfast. Carol from the Philippines. It's morning over there. When it's evening here, it's morning over there. Stephen Schwartz says he lives south of Connecticut. Okay, thank you very much for that information, Stephen. Steve and Ethan Carlin says, great chatting with you tonight. You are the best. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate the comment. And Dave says he lives south of Connecticut, definitely for sure, Florida. And Rose, are you saying your daughter-in-law is from the Philippines? Are you saying your daughter-in-law is from the Philippines? Yes, she is. Well, how do you like that? Too bad Carol wasn't still on here. Oh, well. Well, one more time before we wrap up the show. Check out my good friend, Rockin' Ron Sedaley, Fun Tower Radio, the greatest hits. FUNTOWERRADIO, Fun Tower Radio, all one word, .com. The hottest hits on the internet with Rockin' Ron Sedaley and Michelle Russo with Love Letters. Check it out. And I'll try to post a link to the webpage of Fun Tower Radio on the comments when the show is over. Okay, Stephen Schwartz says, I will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m., my friend. And Rose says, good to see you, Tom. Good night, everyone. Take care. God bless. We're working on getting friends on the friends page, the Thomas Coss friends page, and trying to get more friends requests. I have to have 100 friends requests, and I have to be on Facebook for 60 days. 60 days on Facebook. 60 days on Facebook and 100 friends, and then I can do the show on there. Steve and Ethan Carlin says, good night, Tom. Good night, everyone. Oh, yeah, please like the show. Give it a thumbs up. Give the show a thumbs up, Stephen Schwartz says. And share the show and subscribe. We could always use a few more subscribers on the program here on YouTube. We got a few subscribers now, but nothing like we used to have. I used to have 375 subscribers on the old show on my other YouTube channel. Talking with Tom, 375. Can you believe that? Well, it's true. I'm sure we can get it back up again. Okay, good night, everyone. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Thank you, everyone. It was a great program tonight. Thanks, everyone, for checking in. I appreciate it because the show is nothing without you people checking in and adding your comments in live chat. So thank you very, very much for the likes, the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to the program. And if you're not on my friends list on Facebook, please send me a friends request. Oh, Debbie from Plainville, Connecticut just said, hi, sorry I missed you. Yeah, we were just signing off, Debbie, but we got you in there. Debbie and Bill from Plainville, Connecticut. Nice to have you aboard. We had a nice group of people on here tonight, Debbie. Quite a few people checking in tonight. So thank you for at least checking in and saying hello. Debbie and Bill from Plainville, Connecticut. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. right here on YouTube on Talking with Tom with yours truly, Tom Coss. Thank you very much. Take care. Good night, everyone.